Good morning. My name is Matthew Hasty, and I'm the Marketing and Recruitment Associate for the School of Accounting and Finance. Basically, that means it's my job to ensure that you have all the information you need to determine if our accounting and financial management program is the right fit for you. This presentation is approximately 20 minutes long, so if you have any questions, please feel free to add them to the chat box. Kelly Miller, the SAF Recruitment Coordinator, will be happy to answer your questions. As someone who's interested in the world of business, you need to know how the industry is changing and why. Plus, what that means for you as a future financial professional. So, let's take a look at what's happening. As emerging technology and artificial intelligence create a significant shift in the way businesses run, it also affects our financial ecosystems. Financial professionals are now using real-time, continuous big data information, where historically, financial reports and year-end reviews were used to determine how a business performs and its potential for future success. Meanwhile, societal changes have companies placing a much higher value on the intangible aspects of their operations, such as sustainability and social impacts. While financial performance remains important, businesses are setting their sights broader in measuring success to create longer-term, more impactful value for society. This includes everything from making a significant and positive impact within the community to environmental responsibilities. Social capital is also on the rise as companies build resilient, fast-paced, innovative working environments with teams focused on solving problems that need to be refined, adjusted, and adapted as disruption continues. Because of this, technical skills for any professional will become a necessary foundation, and skills like adaptability, communication, collaboration, problem solving, and critical thinking will be essential. In fact, industry professionals are now looking for future financial professionals who are engaged and committed to lifelong learning, socially responsible team players, entrepreneurial minded, data savvy and analytical, and capable of solving complex problems. Here's the good news. SAF's deep connections to the financial industries and governing bodies mean that you'll be steps ahead of the game. Our enhanced AFM program will meet and surpass the skills and knowledge you need to be future ready. Here's how. Your professional career pathway isn't based solely on classroom learning. It's defined by the networks you create, the competitions you win, the clubs you contribute to, and the value you give and gain through your co-op work terms. That's why the AFM program is broken down into 4 key experience categories, starting with community. Your SAF community is yours to leverage to optimize your learning and skills development. What you do in and out of the classroom becomes exponential in defining your future successes. Academics. As an AFM student, you'll design your own academic pathway. Customize AFM through career specializations, electives, testing out co-op employment, and co- or extracurricular experience you find appealing. Plus, you'll dive into accounting and finance to learn how to bring financial leadership to business issues while positioning yourself as a valuable member of the team and organization. Health and well-being. Go beyond and get involved in competitions and clubs to level up your business acumen. Co-op. The entrepreneurial, communication, and real-world problem-solving skills you gain through co-op means you'll be more employable. Use your 4-month paid co-op terms to hone your skills, discover your interests and passions, and build an amazing competitive advantage. Let's take a look at how the AFM program is structured. As an AFM student, you'll be involved in a program called SAF 2YX, or Your 2-Year Experience. The goal of 2YX is to support your transition to the SAF community, inspire your engagement in your learning, foster your academic success, enhance your people skills, and prepare you for academic and employment choices in your 3rd and 4th year. We've also partnered with Chris Jansen from the Ignition Company to create a brand new program within 2YX called Performance Fuel. This program will help you harness sustained energy to achieve the capacity to perform at the level you want in your academics, career, and life by learning how to renew your energy and know where energy comes from. Now, Chris usually reserves this kind of training for corporate employees and managers. In fact, since 2010, he's taught and coached over 5,000 executives and leaders worldwide. He's a highly sought-after advisor and facilitator, delivering keynotes and workshops in over 30 countries for some of the world's top-performing companies, including BBC Worldwide, British Telecom, eBay, EA Games, Goldman Sachs, Microsoft, PwC, and more. Let's dive a little deeper into SAF 2YX. So, in 1A, you'll make a healthy transition to the SAF community by developing effective team-based study skills, attending events such as Energy Management 101 and Launch Your Career, and you'll identify ways to get involved in the community. In 1B, you'll gain the necessary skills to collaborate in teams, understand the importance of personal and social responsibility, and start to learn about opportunities. So, you'll start to develop your network, meet employers, and learn about professional accreditation and job opportunities at special events. You'll also practice personal reflection by giving and receiving feedback to and from others. Then, in 2A, you'll get co-op ready. So, you'll get the information and support you need to develop your strategy for your first co-op job search. You'll develop your resume and practice interviewing, and you'll overall just be preparing for success on the job. Then, finally, in 2B, you'll get choice ready. So, you'll reflect on your progress, learn more about customizing your degree with career specializations and elective courses. You'll consider your ongoing engagement in the SAF community and how you want to make an impact. And you'll start to leverage your knowledge and your network to learn about and seize opportunities. Besides performance fuel, a second crucial component of SAF 2YX is crews and building your community. In your first year, you'll be placed in a crew to kickstart your academic and professional success. Plus, you'll perform better and get more from your experience when you have the support of your peers. Here to tell us more is the Associate Director of Experiential Learning and Career Development, Kevin McMahon.
Crews are teams of 5 to 6 students who support each other. And these are your crewmates. Crewmates attend class together, they work on group assignments together, and they're also invited to a set of extracurricular activities every term. Crews have time set aside in their schedule to meet weekly to discuss their progress, and they also meet regularly with an upper year student who is their dedicated peer support learning champion. Crewmates also give each other feedback on their contribution to the development and the achievements of the crew. As students progress through the program, they really start to leverage the power of their SAF community. As an AFM student, you'll develop relationships with faculty as you start to really hone in on the areas of business that you're interested in. You'll have opportunities to connect with upper year student communities so that you can learn about the type of accounting and finance professional that other students want to become and learn about the pathways that they are taking to get there. You'll also have exposure to the Waterloo innovation ecosystem, which has produced the largest density of startups outside of Silicon Valley. You'll also have exposure to alumni and employer communities as you look for mentorship and start to test out your skills in the real world. As AFM students, we're counting on you to take the opportunity to also give back to the SAF community. You could be a peer support learning champion for first and second year students. You could take on a position of leadership within a student club that supports a cause that you're passionate about. You could support faculty by being a teaching assistant or a research assistant or even grading midterms.
Thank you, Kevin. Let's take a closer look at your academics, starting with year 1 and 2. You'll build a solid foundation in accounting, finance, and business throughout these 2 years. You'll dive into accounting and finance to build your analytical prowess. So you'll build and apply your ability to select, analyze, and effectively interpret data, and you'll gain the know-how to become business savvy. You'll also develop your entrepreneurial mindset, so you'll get to learn about all stages of business and build your skills through problem-based and case-based learning. Plus, you'll tap into Waterloo's innovation culture through Concept, which is Velocity's experiential entrepreneurship and pre-incubator program at the University of Waterloo. In terms of courses, overall in your first 2 years of the AFM program, you'll have 5 accounting courses, 5 business and entrepreneurship courses, 6 finance courses, 3 data analytics courses, and then you'll also get 1 elective in your 2A term. Then, in your 3rd and 4th year, it's all about customizing your experience. Here's how it works. As an AFM student, you have 13 elective courses. Use your electives to choose up to 2 career specializations. Your goal should be to use your electives to focus on the areas of society that you want to impact, and to customize your pathway so that you can gain the knowledge and skills to launch your career. So step 1. Choose your primary specialization. This primary career specialization will often be professional accountant or financial markets, and sometimes entrepreneurial mindset or sustainability. Step 2. You'll use your remaining electives to enhance your career specialization. So this can be done through a second specialization to develop a breadth of expertise, or you can connect your accounting, finance, and business analysis know-how with studies in another field at the University of Waterloo. And step 3, consider exploring co-op and or extracurricular activities related to your academic choices to test out ideas, build your network, and launch your career. As an AFM student, you now have 6 career specializations that you can choose from. Again, you must choose at least one specialization. The 6 career specializations available to AFM students are professional accountant, entrepreneurial mindset, financial leadership, financial markets, business analytics, and sustainability. Here to tell us more about each of these specializations and why they're so significant is the Associate Director of Communications and External Relations, Patty Ma.
Businesses are adapting and pivoting to attempt to stay ahead of disruption, but when you add a global pandemic to the mix, as an aspiring professional, 2 major questions should be at the top of your mind. 1, where do I get the technical skills and the work experience to ensure career success for my future? And 2, what skills and knowledge do I need to be successful in our future of disruption and uncertainty? SAF's deep connections to financial industries and governing bodies mean that education and technical skills you gain will be steps ahead of other accounting and finance graduates. Our enhanced AFM program will meet and surpass the skills you'll need to be future ready. In a world where businesses and industries are grappling with technology advancements and disruption, and with social and economic factors that are tied to profit margins but can't be quantified, the AFM program will get you the core skills that are in high demand in the marketplace. The electives in your AFM program will continue to build your core competencies and allow you to focus on specific themes to differentiate yourself, build your unique brand, and prepare for the future of work. The professional accountant specialization will fulfill the designation requirements you'll need for the CPA designation to work in industry or public accounting. Get involved with ACE Consulting and the Young Tax Professionals to build your accounting experiences while giving back to your community. You'll also want to focus your co-op work terms in diverse industries, taking on accounting roles to work towards fulfilling the 30 months of required practicum for the designation. Get the skills and knowledge you need to think like an entrepreneur, to identify opportunities and view businesses from a new venture capital perspective. Select the entrepreneurial mindset specialization to equip yourself in taking on leadership roles in any organization, scale up or startup. Build your experience by taking on co-op work terms for startups, incubators, or lend your entrepreneurial mindset to small businesses looking to scale up. Always wanted to see if you have what it takes to take on the Chief Financial Officer role? Select the Financial Leadership specialization to develop the skills C-suite level executives value, such as negotiation, business and people leadership, and learn how intangible social capital, such as a company's brand worth, environmental sustainability policies, and customer loyalty are factoring into the overall value of a business. Use your co-op work terms to diversify your business experiences to gain exposure to the value that C-suite executives bring to their organizations. If capital markets and equity valuation are what excites you, then differentiate yourself by selecting the financial market specialization to prepare for the CFA designation. Gain experiences in these areas by joining SAF's investment fund and student venture fund teams while exploring finance-related roles during your co-op work terms. Do you want to be a corporate leader in sustainability? The sustainability specialization will build your skills and knowledge in environmental issues and how they affect industries and businesses in terms of their decision and policy making. Make our world a greener place by using your co-op work terms to explore the expanding opportunities in this field. Get confidence in analyzing and using vast amounts of real-time big data information to describe business situations and challenges to be able to spot opportunities and solve complex problems. The business analytics specialization will get you managing, forecasting, testing, and optimizing data to enable you to take on leadership roles in any organization or industry. Apply for analytic roles in diverse industries to gain experience in how data influences and drives decision and policy making. The AFM program will equip you with the skills and knowledge to solve complex problems, and the development of your critical thinking and adaptability skills will mean that you'll be prepared to improve, refine, adjust as disruption continues. AFM's program and the career specialization options develop your core competencies and will help to hone your interests to create a career pathway that's unique to you. Add in co- and extracurricular opportunities such as the SAF Student Investment Fund and ACE Consulting, and the diversified paid co-op work experiences, and you've got a career pathway that will make an immediate impact for any organization.
Thank you very much, Patty. And now, let's talk about health and well-being. University is your time to invent yourself, not only your professional self, but your whole self. You've probably heard of the phrase work-life balance, meaning that you should balance work-related or school-related activities with things that are non-work or non-school related. At the School of Accounting and Finance, we couldn't agree more. That's why we encourage students to manage their energy so that they can develop the capacity to perform and get enjoyment from all areas of their life. So, in your first 2 years, it's all about the positive transition to university. You'll take Energy Management 101, which will help you achieve the maximum capacity to perform in all areas of student life. You'll have fun getting involved in social and personal interest clubs. Plus, we have several resources you can access to help with health and wellness. In fact, the School of Accounting and Finance has a dedicated success coach, peer mentoring, and support services available to AFM students. The University of Waterloo also has Empower Me, which is a confidential mental health and wellness service that connects students with qualified counselors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We also have additional counseling services on campus, mental health workshops, nutrition workshops, and cooking classes. There are hundreds of physical activities and programs that you can get involved in, everything from intramural sports to specialized fitness classes like yoga and weight training. Plus, there are approximately 300 clubs on campus that cater to a diversity of student interests. And then, in years 3 and 4, this is where you'll really start to develop those lasting friendships and having even more fun by getting involved in more social and personal interest clubs. You'll combine the personal and professional aspects of your life to invent your whole self and find your purpose. The last piece of the puzzle within AFM is co-op. This is where you'll develop your real-world know-how by testing out your analytical and professional capabilities and using your entrepreneurial mindset to tackle real-world problems. In your first 2 years, you'll discover and build your personal brand, you'll learn about jobs, meet employers, and practice networking, you'll build your resume and practice interviewing, you'll enhance your academic foundations, and you'll have your first co-op work term experience. And then, in your third and fourth year, you'll take real-world experiential learning courses, you'll have the flexibility to design your own co-op pathway, you'll participate in case competitions and or pitch competitions, you'll have 3 more work terms in Canada or even abroad, and you'll navigate world-class full-time job opportunities in your 4th year. As for where AFM students can work on co-op, they can work in public accounting firms, financial services organizations, consulting firms, major corporations and finance operations and marketing and strategy departments, startups, governments, and not-for-profit organizations. It's also paid work experience, so you can earn between $14 and $30 per hour. And Waterloo does have the largest co-op program in the world, with over 7,100 co-op employers worldwide. That means you can work locally, nationally, or internationally. So what does this all mean? Well, simply put, as an AFM graduate, you'll be at the epicenter in leading and transforming business. You'll build skills and knowledge through team-based and problem-based courses, and you'll apply and practice what you've learned through co-op work terms and and extracurricular experiences. Plus, you'll graduate with a unique mindset and financial expertise to provide new perspectives and solutions to positively impact global economies. At this point, if you have any questions that haven't been answered yet, please feel free to add them to the chat box for Kelly and me to respond to. I also encourage you to head over to the AFM booth located under the Arts faculty. We have a number of current students on hand who would be happy to speak with you. Also, I'm going to add a couple links to the chat box for you. The first one is a link to our AFM Ready digital publication. This publication will provide you with a lot of great information about the program. It also contains links to videos and our AFM Ready podcast. Lastly, I'll add a link to our AFM Ready webpage. This page contains tons of student experience videos, alumni stories, blogs and vlogs, and more. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you over at the AFM booth. Bye everyone.